You're listening to the Taheebo Tea Club radio show, hosted by Milan Vukovic, founder of the Taheebo Tea Club.
One of the questions that I oftentimes get is, how did I start the Taheebo Tea Club? Well, what happened was in 1998, my dad started having stomach problems, and he started losing weight and started going to doctors, and they couldn't find anything, and he kept losing weight. They couldn't find anything, and he kept losing weight. They couldn't find anything. And, he's normally a man of 180 pounds, and, he was losing 10 pounds every couple of weeks. He was down to less than 130. So finally my dad says to the doctors, he says, I believe you that you can't find anything, but you got to understand, I'm sick. I'm normally 180 pounds, and I'm less than 130 pounds. Anyhow, finally, they actually did find cancer in my father, and he had colon cancer that had metastasized to his pancreas, and the size of the tumor on his pancreas was about the size of half a brick. And the colon, for conventional medicine, is pretty easy for them to operate on, because the colon is basically like an ordinary garden hose. We have 6 foot of it. They can cut out a foot, resection it, and it's not an easy operation for the patient, because they cut you up from your breastplate and all the way down to your belly button to do it. So it's not an easy operation for the patient, but for the doctors, it's pretty mechanical and pretty easy. Like I said, like resectioning a garden hose. And so they did that. They performed surgery on my dad's colon. Now, on the pancreas, so that's a different story. In 1998, they did no operations whatsoever on the pancreas. These days, they'll operate on the pancreas if it's on the small end of the pancreas, the 10-15% on that small end. Other than that, pancreatic cancer is one of the most deadliest cancers that there is. Very, very few people survive a year with pancreatic cancer. So in any event, I was called by the doctors and said, "Hey, listen, you need to put your father's affairs in order, because there's nothing we can do for the tumor that's on his pancreas, and your dad might have, maybe 2 months to live." So I started planning a funeral, and I called friends and family and said, "Hey, listen, here's the situation with Dad. If you want to see him, you might want to come and see him now." And so people started coming over, paying their respects, and this one family came, and they brought Taheebo tea with them. And they said this tea helped heal our brother from cancer. So I'm looking at these people like they're Martians or something, because, my dad's getting treated at the Houston Medical Center, the biggest medical center in the world, bigger than Boston, 4 hospitals right next door to each other, 50 medical buildings right beside those, and nobody's saying anything but, plan a funeral. And these people are telling me that the tea might help my dad. But in any event, I'm polite to the people, and thank them for coming and all that. And after that, they left. My dad figured, well, what the heck? If I've got 2 months to live, what's the difference? I'm drinking water. I'm drinking tea. I got to drink something anyway. So he starts drinking tea, and 2 months later, my dad had a scheduled CAT scan. And so he goes for his CAT scan, and they take the scan, and they think that their CAT scan machine is broken, because they can't find his, the tumor that used to be the size of a half a brick on his pancreas. And so they says to my dad, "Listen," they says, "there's something wrong with our CAT scan machine here, but the hospital next door, they have a CAT scan machine as well. And since you already drank the contrast dye, we'll phone them, and you walk on over there. They'll take a picture so that you don't have to come back next week when our machine gets fixed." So my dad did, and walked over. They took a picture, no cancer. And so my dad's been cancer-free now for over 23 years. In 1998, when he had his bout with cancer, he was 66 years old. He's 89 now.
Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com, or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. As a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com, or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com.
And not only has he been cancer-free for 23 years, he's in such good health that he still mows my lawn, which I'd be embarrassed about it if it wasn't for the fact that he enjoys doing it, and I know it's good for him. So it's certainly been a blessing in my family's life, and God willing, our tea will have the same benefits for you, your family, and friends that it's had for my family and so many others. So after my dad's miraculous case, I was buying the tea where I could find it, when I could find it, and the problem is that the quality they have at the Whole Foods, the health foods, the supermarkets and everything, and when you can't find it is junk. And not only that, and now it's even worse with the, all these internet resellers on eBay and on Amazon.com where, they're selling everything from, Taheebo tea to ingredients to make your own soap with. So that they don't know anything about anything basically, right? So the worst thing is, besides the fact that the quality is pathetic, is that the directions they usually give on how to make it are wrong. They'll tell you to steep it like you would a bag of Lipton tea for 5 minutes. Well, whether you start out with good quality or bad quality Pau D'Arco Taheebo tea, it's made from wood. It's not made from the leaf of the tree. It's made from wood. In our case, we only use the inner bark of the tree where the arterial and vein system reside, which in a tree is called the xylem and phloem, because this tree never gets sick, never gets infected, and never gets infested. So the most potent part is the part that supplies the nutrients to the rest of the tree, which is the xylem and the phloem, which resides inside the inner bark. So that's the only part that we harvest, as opposed to stuff you can buy at the store where they grind up like hamburger any part of the tree, and they tell you to steep it. Well, as I was saying, whether you start out with good quality or bad quality, it's made from wood, and you're not going to get much out of wood if you soak it for 5 minutes. So even though we call our product tea, when you prepare it properly, what you're actually making is a decoction. Excuse me. And a decoction is actually just a fancy word for what our forefathers used to do when they used to take a root and cook it in order to release its beneficial properties. So it's really easy to make, but it's like cooking spaghetti. not like steeping tea. And what we do is we have it harvested in the rainforest in Brazil. We put it on ocean-bound containers. Each ocean-bound container holds 16,000 kilos, which is 35,000 pounds. And we bring back multiple containers at a time. We bring it back here to the port of Los Angeles, which these days looks like it's under a naval blockade because of the supply chain issues. But nonetheless, we've been fortunate enough to be able to not run out, even with the shipping times being dramatically increased, as well as the costs obviously of shipping just going up through the roof. And don't forget, you can also stream our programs and listen to them anytime, day or night, on iHeartRadio, or actually on any streaming service that you have. If you have Spotify or Spreaker, or we're like on over 20 streaming services. But in any event, iHeartRadio is pretty easy and it's free. You can just download the free iHeartRadio app on your cell phone, or if you're on your computer, just go to iHeartRadio, and either way, in the search engine of the app or iHeart's webpage, simply search for Taheebo, which is spelled T-A-H-E-E-B like boy, O. So the complete spelling is T-A-H-E-E-B-O. And we'll be the only ones, so you'll be able to hear programs regardless where in the world you are. Or if you have people that want to listen to the program, or you'd like them to hear the program that are not in the listener area of KHNC, they can do so. They can do so by going to one of the streaming services. Now, this next segment is a segment with live listener call-ins from previous shows, and you'll be hearing their questions, their successes, and their experiences with Taheebo Tea. So please do give us a call and let us know how the tea works for you. Thank you.
So, first-time caller, I've listened to your show once or twice here and there. Forgive me for only doing it 2 times, but I really appreciate your product. I bought it, and I'm an extremely healthy person. Always have been. When I was in my I'm 70. When I was in my early 20s, I was exposed to a man. I was very fortunate to be exposed to a man who wrote a complete course on life that you will never see in any university or any schools. And when I read that, it was like light every single page.
Wow.
Anyways, to get to my thing with your tea, once again, I'm very, very healthy. So I've been drinking your tea now for a couple of months, and I'll be honest, I haven't noticed anything as far as my health because I've been extremely healthy. But boy, I'll tell you, I love that tea, and it has replaced many of the things that I have drank before. And so I'm looking at it right now in my refrigerator, in fact.
Oh, nice. Well, when you really will see a difference is when you go for your annual physical and you get your blood work done and everything like that. You'll notice that even if your numbers have already been good, that they're actually going to even get better. The last time I went for my annual physical, and what I usually do is I go and when I'm making the appointment to see my doctor, I ask the receptionist to also book the lab appointment so I can go get my lab work done, because I know for my annual physical it's going to make me go, get my lab work, right? And I'll go get the lab work a week or 2 before seeing him, so that by the time I go see him, he's already got it, so I don't, have to go back and forth. And so last time I went in, he's looking at my blood chart as I walk into his office, and he says to me, he goes, "You've got the best blood in the whole building." He says, "Your blood is better than my 21-year-old receptionist answering the phones at the front." And I goes, "Really?" I says, "Why?" He goes, "Well," he says, "your hemoglobin count is 17.0. And I says, "Well, I'm not a doctor, man. What's that mean?" He says, "Well," he says, "an adult male should have between 13.2 and 17.1, and yours is 17.0. I go, "Thanks a lot, Doc. I'll see you another year."
Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. As a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com.
That's great. That's great. And obviously the tea does help the hemoglobin and get that oxygen going because, that's one thing that we have a big shortage of oxygen compared to what it was, 100 years ago or so, because of all of our so-called technological advances and all the pollutions and everything. So we are breathing very poisoned air, and that is key to your health. Yep. Breathing is the primary function of the body. Yep. Everything else depends on your breath. Yep. And I'm not going to get into the Bible here, but, the Bible does state, God breathed into man's nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. But anyway, breathing is primary, and it's the most important thing to your health is to breathe healthy air and to get that oxygen in there. Without it, you aren't breathing, you aren't living.
No, you're absolutely right. And you're saying how you're in very good health. When somebody orders with us, whether they order online on TaheeboTeaClub.com or they call us at our office to take the order, we don't keep track of people's debit cards or credit card numbers. Those are erased immediately. The only thing we keep on file is the person's name and address because, of course, we want the person to get their order. And so when people do want to reorder, they do need to either call us or go online because we don't have their credit card or automatic reshipment or anything like that, right? There's one lady from San Diego. She calls up one day, and so we're looking her up, and we realize that she's been a customer for about 4 years. So we go, can you tell us the primary reason that you're drinking the tea? And she says, yes. She says, with every order, you automatically include informational booklets that tell you about the beneficial properties of the tea, its uses, and its proper preparation directions. And right in the middle of that booklet, when you open it up like a sandwich where the staple page is, you've got about 30 things listed that the tea is good for. And we go, yeah. She says, I don't want to get any of those. I'm 79 years old. I look like I'm 65. I don't take one pill, and that's the way I want to keep it.
That's great. It's good to hear that other people have great health. And I'll tell you, sir, I don't go to doctors. I haven't been to a doctor in probably 45 years. The only time I go to a doctor, and God bless them, because doctors are really good at putting people back together when they get injured. Yeah. And that's what I appreciate about our doctors. But most of the things that they do are not beneficial to health, in my opinion. So I know one thing: I can still run as fast as I could run back when I was 35, and I'm 70 years old. I can do 100 in about 14.5, I think, which is flying for a 70-year-old.
Yeah, that's very good. Well, you know what you're saying about our doctors in conventional medicine? Our conventional medicine, like you alluded to, is phenomenal when it comes to acute conditions. In other words,
yes.
you break your leg, they'll give you a new bionic leg, and you'll be running in the Summer Olympics next year. But if you go to them and you got a stomach ache, that's a different story, okay? They're going to give you an antibiotic, and if that doesn't work, they'll give you a different antibiotic, and that doesn't work,
that's right.
they're going to combine the two of them and jack up the dose. And by the time by the time they're finished, you'll be lucky if you don't have ulcerative colitis. And I know because we get one ulcerative colitis case a month where that's exactly what's happened. A person had a stomach ache, and they got messed up by the antibiotics.
Yep. And there you go. That's the problem.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for calling. God bless you, and continued good health.
Oh, always, sir. Okay, great. Thank you. And keep up the good work, sir. Once again, I love that tea. I just love that tea.
Thank you for the kind words.
Hi, Milan. I got a little story to tell you.
Go ahead.
I had surgery about 2 weeks ago, vein surgery in my leg.
Uh-huh.
And my oxygen level never fell below 96. The anesthesiologist was totally amazed. I've been drinking your tea probably, I don't know, for 7 years. He was just amazed. We had a ton of money not putting the oxygen tubes on your nose. He said you were doing just great on your own. So I just want to let you know, I think that's because of your tea.
Well, you know what the tea does is it helps the body to heal itself. And, so a lot of times, for example, if somebody's diabetic, in 2 months they can get off of insulin. And oftentimes they mistakenly believe that the tea is replacing the insulin. That's not what it's doing. What the tea is doing is helping to heal the pancreas to do what it was supposed to do in the first place. And, same thing with the oxygenation of the blood. What the tea does is basically help regenerate red blood cells, which carry oxygen to the organs and cells. So people that are anemic, in 2 months, they're not anemic anymore. And so it's good to hear that you had, anytime you go to a doctor, you go to the hospital, whatever case is, the less time you have to spend there, the better.
Yeah, well, my recovery time, I was up and going the next day. So I don't know if it was because of the tea or not, but I was up and going, and you couldn't even tell I had surgery that day. So, but I got a stockpile of your tea just in case something happens in this world of ours. So I got a stockpile of 10. So I figured I was at the VFW, and we were talking about health and cancer and stuff, and I had mentioned your tea. So today I am actually bringing up all your paperwork from all the stuff you sent me, and I want to pass it around up there because I had a full audience there for you on last Friday.
Very nice, very nice. Well, it's really truly gratifying, to hear customers call in with their success cases, and it's also very humbling, because what we do actually is really pretty simple. We only manufacture the one product, which is pure Pau D'Arco Taheebo Tea, and what we do is we have it harvested in the rainforest in Brazil, and everything that you read in our literature, is absolutely true. Everything that's on our website is true, and everything that I talk about on the radio is true. And God willing, it helps other people, just like it's helped my family. But I know, not a week goes by that somebody doesn't call in with a truly miraculous recovery. Bone cancer, brain cancer, breast cancer, prostate cancer, mesothelioma, leukemia. And not a day goes by that somebody doesn't call in with some type of a success, whether it's just beating toenail fungus. Well, toenail fungus may not be imminently life-threatening, but if you have it, you don't like it. So that's the good thing. Well, thank you so much for calling in, and continued success with your health, and I look forward to speaking with you another time.
Thanks.
All right, take care.
Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea comes from the only tree in the world that fungus does not grow on. As a result, it naturally has antifungal, anti-infection, antiviral, antibacterial, anti-inflammation, and anti-parasite properties. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo Tea Club's original pure Pau D'Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system, and it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit TaheeboTeaClub.com. Taheebo is spelled T like Tom, A-H-E-E-B like boy, O, then continue with the word tea and then the word club. The complete website is TaheeboTeaClub.com or call us at 818-610-8088, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-610-8088, TaheeboTeaClub.com.
For more information about the Taheebo Tea Club or to order, visit our website, TaheeboTeaClub.com. The first word is Taheebo, spelled T-A-H-E-E-B like boy, O. The second word is tea, spelled T-E-A. The third word is club, C-L-U-B, then .com.